It's Relevant had the chance to profile St. Luke's LifeWorks clients on the eve of the organization's name change to Inspirica. Tracy Bell is known as the face of St. Luke's LifeWorks and says it's a title she doesn't mind.
I'll do anything for St. Luke's. They've done a lot for me and my family, and I'll never forget it.
A one-time client, Tracy is now a St. Luke's LifeWorks employee, manning the front desk 5 days a week.
I didn't go to high school. I was a bad teenager, and I didn't listen, and I wanted to do whatever I wanted to do. When I was about 19, my mom moved to Florida and left me here. She took my brother and sister and left me here. I was basically on my own. So I stayed up here for about a year in a very, very bad relationship, and then we kind of snuck me out of Connecticut and got me down to Florida to my mom.
Tracy says she returned to Connecticut 12 years later with her GED and her 2 children. However, she didn't have a home.
I moved back up here, stayed with my cousin, and was homeless from the time I moved back up here. My cousin agreed that I can stay there, and I stayed there for a couple weeks, and then she said that I had to go. So from that time, I bounced from house to house to house.
She finally found a home at St. Luke's shelter.
But when I got here, it was nothing like I thought it was going to be. It was just a complete, it was a blessing that I was here. And I didn't have to sleep on a cot on the floor, and I'll never forget that day.
Through the nonprofit organization, Tracy says she was able to take computer skills classes and earn a paid internship.
They would have to do the interview and everything, just like they were going on a real job. It was all for your skills for when you get out there. Women's housing would come here and work in the building. Family housing would go work in other facilities, and they would be the staff, and they would do overnights and stuff like that. So that's how I got started here.
After living and learning during her time at the shelter, Tracy now has a full-time job and an apartment to call home.
St. Luke's is a blessing for the state of Connecticut. This is not... There was a point where we didn't even want to call it a shelter. It's more of a program. It's not your typical shelter. We're trying to teach people to learn a living. We're trying to give them the skills that they don't have to come back, that they can use them and proceed in life and not go backwards. Or if they ever find themselves in this situation again, they're going to have a better way of not ending up back.